Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn's warning for Hope, Poppy's worst secret at threat. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, January 4th, reveal that Poppy Nozawa will continue her date with Bill Spencer at Il Giardino, but that LL brings some uncomfortable moments. Bill eventually figured out where he knew Poppy from and has been reflecting on their time at Golden Gate Music Fest over 20 times agone. It was a veritably special night that Bill hasn't forgotten, so he feels like Poppy must flash back deep down. Of course, there's a good chance Bill gave Poppy an indelible memorial of that night if that's when she conceived Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Luna has been talking about the father she no way knew, so B&B has surely been heavy-handed on the hints when it comes to Bill potentially being her bio-pater. Poppy was formerly cautious of going on this date, but she should really start to get nervous now that Bill's clicking many mystification pieces into place. It doesn't sound like Bill will figure out that he's potentially Luna's father just yet, but he could connect the blotches at some point. Poppy's worst secret will be at threat, but she could still find herself getting swept up in once recollections, especially since Bill can be enough fascinating when he wants to be. Other B&B spoilers say John Finnegan will be torn between the two stories he's heard. Xander Avant claimed that Thomas Forrester designedly caused Emma Barber's grim fate, but Steffi Forrester acted like Xander's allegations were off base and further about getting back at Thomas. Although Steffi wants Finn to let this go, he wouldn't be suitable to do that. Once Finn encounters Hope Logan on Thursday's occasion, he'll admit he's upset that she could be in grave peril. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Finn will offer updates on Xander's horrifying claims before the week's over, so he'll deliver disquieting Thomas news and a stern warning to Hope. Bill's sizzling music festival memory, Luna addresses fading dad. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for Wednesday, January 3rd, reveals that John Finnegan expressed concern to Steffi Forrester since Xander Avant was induced that Thomas Forrester caused Emma Barber's demise. Although Thomas had made some terrible miscalculations, Steffi argued that he hadn't gone that far. Indeed so, Finn didn't suppose Steffi sounded surprised that Xander would condemn Thomas. Steffi explained that Xander got caught up in the chaos when Beth Spencer was a baby and that he claimed he was hovered by Thomas to keep quiet. Considering the state Thomas was in at the time, Steffi admitted that part was presumably true. Still, Steffi was adamant that Emma simply lost control of her auto and took a turn too snappily. After Steffi inferred that Xander was making these allegations as some kind of vengeance, she pushed Finn to drop the matter since it was all veritably disturbing. Finn talked about how deeply worried Thomas was when he was obsessed with Hope Logan. Commodity was seriously wrong, so Finn allowed that they demanded to keep their eyes open when it came to Steffi's family, no matter how important remedy Thomas had. After Steffi said Finn was right, she confessed that she was upset about Thomas getting touched off again if Hope let him down. Meanwhile, Hope told Thomas that perhaps eventually she'd say yes to his offer, but she hoped he could understand that she wasn't ready for that position of commitment right now. Thomas admitted he was a bit disappointed, but he assured Hope that he indeed understood and was willing to stay. Hope also suggested that they should keep this offer between them since there was formerly enough drama over their relationship. Thomas conceded that Brooke Logan would freak if she knew. As talk turned to people who didn't authorize of their love, Thomas brought up Finn lashing out at him over his Steffi battle. Thomas wondered for a long time what Finn's study of him, but now Finn was making his passions known. Hope flashed back to Finn telling her that she could do better than Thomas and sounded a bit rattled. Once Hope suggested that Finn would come around, Thomas argued that Hope had formerly come around, and her opinion was the only bone that signified to him. Thomas allowed. It was a good sign that Hope didn't throw the ring in his face and felt confident that they could have a good life together. After Thomas said Douglas Forrester would be rapturous if they got married, he prompted Hope to take her time since he wasn't going anywhere. Thomas said he'd no way wander to another woman because Hope was the only woman for him. Hope sounded overwhelmed as she accepted Thomas' warm grasp with a lot on her mind. At Il Giardino on Wednesday's B&B episode, Bill Spencer met up with Liam Spencer for drinks and mentioned that he'd a regale date coming up latterly. Liam set up out about Bill going out with Finn's aunt and learned his pater had a once connection to Poppy Nozawa. Bill explained that he couldn't shake the feeling that he'd met Poppy before, and now he was sure of it. Liam wished Bill luck and hoped that this riddle woman brought commodity special to his life. Back at Forrester Creations, Luna Nozawa was agitated about Poppy's date with Bill, but RJ Forrester joked that Poppy should run as presto as she could down from him. Although RJ conceded that his family had issues with Bill, Luna pushed Poppy to go and make up her own mind. Since Bill had tracked down Poppy's number and might know her from the history, Luna pushed her mama to go and acted like she had nothing to lose. Luna suggested Poppy could look at it as a riddle to break and said perhaps Poppy could team up with Bill to figure out what connected them. After Poppy left, Luna opened up to RJ about how much she adored her mama, who'd offered everything for her. Once Luna said she wished her father had stuck around, she suggested that it was substantially for Poppy's sake. Luna frequently wondered how different life would have been if her father had manned up and made a commitment. After Poppy joined Bill at Il Giardino, he admitted he couldn't stop allowing about her. Bill did some digging out screen and now flashed back meeting Poppy at the Golden Gate Music Fest over 20 times agone. Once Bill reflected on Poppy dancing and acting so free, he mentioned how they talked for hours and had a special night together. Bill claimed he hadn't forgotten, and Commodity told him that Poppy hadn't moreover. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Poppy may struggle to keep Luna's maternity under wraps if Bill is indeed her bio-pater. So stay tuned for updates on when that huge news might blunder. Shauna Fulton returns for Ridge and Brooke Triangle, replaces Taylor as competition? The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan may need another busybody now that Taylor Hayes is off the show. Love triangles are a huge part of B&B, so what will Brooke and Ridge do without a third party to beget problems? Other obstacles could get thrown Ridge and Brooke's way, but some romantic competition could come part of the story again ultimately. Both Brooke and Ridge have been known to do their fair share of infidelity, so that's important to flash back. Still, we want to concentrate on Ridge for a moment. Ridge and Brooke eventually got their life together back on track, but that doesn't mean Ridge will be suitable to stay faithful ever. Will Ridge's wandering eye get him into trouble in the coming months? Ridge is committed to Brooke for now, but what happens if another former honey re-enters the picture? Perhaps Shauna Fulton could return for a Ridge and Brooke triangle nearly down the line. Shauna might replace Taylor as Brooke's competition for Ridge's heart. B&B suckers will recall how Shauna tried to trap Ridge with a Vegas marriage, but that was substantially Quinn Fuller's scheme. Shauna might come back and come illicit romantic rival for Brooke this time around. Shauna and Ridge actually had some sizzling chemistry formerly upon a time, so maybe it's time to readdress that. Ridge might find himself pulled back in Shauna's direction if she pops up in LA again at some point. No bone can ever truly beat Ridge and Brooke's fortune, but Shauna could at least win temporarily and stir up some conflict. Shauna's comeback could lead to bad news and bring some fresh action. Further drama has to be on the horizon, so stay tuned for updates on whether Shauna might return the blend and produce some new issues. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke and Ridge will inescapably face further hurdles as a couple, so will Shauna Fulton's return be one of them?